nationwide are going into the festive season without the usual long queues at the fuel stations associated with panic buying. Today on this segment, we want to find out from motorists, transporters and passengers what it feels like celebrating without the usual fuel queues.
It should be like this, and I pray it should continue like this till after and even beyond this festive period.
It's comfortable considering the fact that it's a festive period. You come in, you don't need to, there's no queue, you just drive to the pump and you just pay your fuel.
They should keep it up, because if it is like this, people are not likely to complain.
I don't see scarcity of fuel, but only about its cost. You come in and then you buy your fuel and then you move. There is no queue.
I thank my President Muhammad Buhari for what you do. Say we like no fuel cars.
The fuel situation is okay. The customers are coming in, we are serving them. There's no tension. As they come in, we serve them. They move out like that, and the situation is okay. And we have enough stock in supply.
From the responses, it goes to show that the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, as the supplier of last resort, is alive to its responsibility of ensuring that there is efficient supply and distribution of petroleum products across the country. We now shift gear to the next segment of the program. Hello, and thank you for joining us on this informative segment. My name is Tola Gogwade. Did you know that the Ofon Phase 2 Offshore is a joint venture between NNPC with 60% stake and Total Exploration and Production Nigeria Limited with 40% stake? Ofon Field originally came on stream in December 1997, and the main objectives of Ofon 2 are to stop gas flaring and to monetize the gas to NLNG plants at Bonny. Similarly, Ofon Field is also designed to produce Phase 1 remaining reserves and perform water injection to repressurize the different reservoirs. Did you also know that the field has projected reserve, proven and probable, of 350 million barrels of oil equivalent with 105 million standard cubic feet of gas? I'm sure you've been educated. Please stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Global Crude Oil Outlook. Oil prices remained atop 3-month peaks, extending a robust streak that began a week ago as thawing trade relations between the United States and China supported global markets. Brent crude futures edged up 8 cents to $66.25 per barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate WTI crude gained 4 cents to $60.97 per barrel. While there is a clear uptrend in place on the daily technical price chart for WTI to potentially move towards $61.50 per barrel, there are also near-term risks. The trend leaves oil prices set to rise for a third consecutive week, surfing momentum from the announcements this month about deeper output cuts by major producers, as well as the Phase 1 deal between the United States and China to resolve their long-running trade war. The deal between the world's two largest economies have improved the global economic outlook, lifted the prospects for higher energy demand next year, and underpinned oil prices. Recently, the Organization of the Petroleum Exporting Countries OPEC and non-OPEC producers, such as Russia, agreed to deepen production cuts by a further 500,000 barrels per day from January 1, on top of previous reductions of 1.2 million barrels per day. According to weekly data released by the Energy Information Administration, U.S. crude inventories dropped 1.1 million barrels in the week to December 13, while gasoline and distillate stockpiles rose. Thanks for watching. I am Owigo Akolo.
No long queue again because of the availability of fuel this time around. We enjoy it now.
That's been Oil and Gas Forum for this edition. We hope you found it very delightsome. Takeaway should be coming from the NLNG Train 7 gas supply agreement, which says flying on the wing of gas. We're in the wing of Christmas. Have a jolly good weekend.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Time no wait for anybody. I dey tell you now.
I don't get a lot. God do it, Mama.
What did you do? Where you go?
I go fish market.
Wait. Why you come dress like this?
Because I come my apron.
No, sir. Don't do a thing like that. It be like say freedom too much for your hand. I go change that for you. Never you come up my restaurant like this again. You go up and you can represent me like this. You won't be like person went mad. Go put this thing on the table. Why it can't be like this? Why this thing no? Why it can't be like this? This one not full like the one where they buy
na the same kilo.
Yeah. Why this one come heavy like this? Why come heavy like this? It be like the tetanus will enter this one.
No, mommy now. Now me use my hand select them now. Even when you're a customer, now me use my hand select everything. Now be sharp person and me use my hand pick all of those ones. See them.
You sure?
Yes.
You not change my customer?
No. Iya Fatai. The one way shop there, so you enter Kado Fish Market by the side. Now I even collect her number. I store her as Madam Correct Fish. You call her.
So they go heavy like this. What? Modi?
I'm seeing.
See this one's way heavy like this. Wait. Farabale.
Okay, ma'am.
Now this one you go open.
Okay.
I go chop this one.
Okay.
You hear?
Yes.
All right. Make carry this one. I come out. Man, I hand down with care. Open it. Wait. Open this one. Now wait. You hear? Yes, I'll come back immediately. Kids don't go and make yourself useful. Go and help them cook. Go and fetch water. Go and help them. Go and hungry. Go and tell your father to give you food.
She left the hospital cooking now. How do you expect me?
Hey, look at me. See my life, see trouble. Whoa, my food you come out. Let me tell you, if you don't go back and go and fetch water. If you don't work, no food. All the parents must say, don't touch him. Leave him alone. Don't touch him. Leave him alone. Okay. Wawa Jemmy, look, Bensinje, start to eat my body now. You are hungry. Baba, you go see my young badu. You are telling me.
Good morning, you are early today.
Modinus, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. Yeah, Modinus. Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I be like say you don't even get my time today now, so you just busy with what you are doing. What did happen?
Come. Yamodunus, yes. Please, I want you to check the book me down record for me. Then you calculate everything and you give me some total. Thank you.
Shaya, yeah. Have you know where? No call to stop me for this place. Yamodunus, let us calculate come give you. Wait a minute. Ma be no. Go and sit down somewhere, guys. I tell you, say make you calculate something. No be no one. I say make you calculate something for me. Calculate all my BMD for me. You understand? Then you give me some total now. If I change my mind. Yo, I don't hear you. No first. Modi, bring the depot book. Maybe no. Sorry. The is plenty. Fast. I'm the one.
Here. It doesn't concern me. Give it to your mother, okay? Let her do the sum total and tell me.
If we don't drum, let me see. See, it's 15,000 naira.
Book me down.
See, now your pain with this, Ujo.
15,000. Are you sure?
Yes.
Yamadinus, you are very, very sure. Okay, you know what you are going to do for me? For benefit of doubt, you are going to look at it again. Because I don't want, when I finish paying this one now, you now come and say that there's one other book me down list, one corner like that. Oh yeah, check them again, check them well. So when you are through and you are very sure, then you tell me.
Udo, now 15.
It's 15,000. Only. Very good. 15,000. Let's see. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, comma, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, very good. Yamodinus, this is your 15,000 naira for the cancellation of my book made down. Check it. Then you see this one. Take it. This is 5K for your workers. Let them use it to flex.
Oga, what is?
What did you say now? Oga Udo. Say it again.
Oga Udo.
Again.
Oga Udo.
Go on.
Oga Udo. Yes. You sure say make I
give them the 5,000 naira to flex themselves. And more importantly, Yamodinus, I want to thank you very much. For all the good things you have been doing for me, for being so patient for me with this my book made down something. Without you, I don't know what I would have become. Thank you for your patience. Thank you very much. I'm very grateful. Thank you.
Why you go talk like this now?
Thank you very much. God bless.
I like all my customers.
I know.
We dey special for this place.
Oh yes.
Look, we are ready. And anytime you need help,
no problem.
Just come. We are here.
Problem.
We're all here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm quite in. I want to focus on some of the things that I'm doing. So, enjoy yourselves.
Leave it, carry it. Where you go? Even, you know, say we just know, my mama, we see the cook, never ready, I will not serve you.
No problem. In fact, Iyamodinus, I know that I came very early. It's just to run this business of mine. First of all, you have Sobo. You know that your special Sobo. Come and get your picture.
I make a go bring the Sobo myself.
No. Why you fast now? Bring it.
Wake up, nothing can hold us down. Get up, born to wear the crown.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
How far can you go? When your village is connected to the global village, you go. When 30 million people have a bank in their pocket, they go. When 560 million of us can plug into a high-speed digital highway, we go. When you can use technology to teach where books can't reach, we all go. When over 5 million people have a job to do and 4 million small businesses can make it big, they go. When you're driven by the unstoppable spirit of Africa, you go. They say if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. We're good together. Everywhere you go, MTN.
Wake up, nothing can hold us down. Get up, born to wear the crown.
Breakfast good day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
You bring it.
Oh yeah, sure.
Go inside. It's coming though.
Shegun. Yes, thank you. Move it. In fact, okay, just move it here. Just shift it here and then serve it. It's good.
No,
serve
sir.
it. I don't want it to.
Open the thing, pipe and form.
I don't want it to stain my papers.
Okay, it's making service. You don't give a serviette. Give him serviette. Where is serviette? Bring serviette. Wala wo mo kosin to. Ke se mi báyìí. Bring serviette. Go and give him serviette. Money come make
It's all right. Thank you. Please. Yes, you can go. In fact, drop that one here so that in case I need to do multiple.
That one is okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
You also learning. Tired you sleep. I be ready for exams. Yeah, no. I miss you.
I was meeting you very serious with. It be like sir, don't smoke. You know what
I've been talking to you since.
Sorry.
Are you writing exam?
No. You're welcome. You're very, very welcome, Madam Seki. Oh, Uncle Ode.
Okay, you didn't hear my voice.
Sorry. I was quite busy. Sorry. Don't be angry. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Don't be exam. Now God don't do work.
Now you do God work for them.
Not at all. See, it's just that I have a serious business at town. That's why. You see, I get plenty work now.
I think you don't do a susu collection.
Which one will Susu collection?
Contribution, they do contribution collection.
No. Not at all. Not at all.
So what is it now?
See, now this, I don't do what am I? Consultancy something.
Consultancy.
Yes, consultancy. I don't do consultancy. I get consultancy work now.
How?
So.
Now you do with all this paper.
Consultancy. How? Okay, good. Madam Seki, you know this program, this investment program for where federal government just introduced now.
Okay, like Empower.
Chess.
Trader money.
Chess.
Market money.
Very good. You sabi am well well. You sabi am well well.
Of course. Wait, are you trying to tell me that you are working as a consultant for the federal government on this program?
Oh, yes.
How?
You're very good. I'm their representative.
How? Look, that cannot be.
Look.
Because these programs have been ongoing already.
Okay, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe I made a mistake. I must have made a mistake. I didn't use the right word. But what I'm trying to explain to you here now is that I have been given a job to become an agent where go they supervise plenty people. You understand? From state to state in the country. You understand? They can't say make I start from our local government, from this soul. You get? My work now say I go they go meet people. You understand? They collect data. They know their faces one by one. They interact with them. You understand? Then I go they collect data. They write report. They submit report for the upper at the top. You understand? So that anybody will chop the money, no coffee run. So that if he chop the money clean mouth with coffee, back the person. So now the thing where they for that. So it's a very, I love the job.
This is what you are calling consultancy.
It is not.
You know who make person not sabi something, no. That's not consultancy now, What they call you people is trader money agents.
Trader money agents.
Yes, that's what you are. Anyway, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that was a good one.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now, God, I'm telling you.
Congratulations, Udo.
In fact, I'm so happy now. You know something? Even this job where I get now, we could wear like this. Yamodino's don't they call me Mr. Uja. I'm telling you.
Congratulations, please.
But see,
thank you.
Truth be told,
thank you.
A man gets his respect only when he has a source of income and integrity.
For this life, who would have known that Udo stable would just stop? Just like that.
Give Caesar own to Caesar. Let me tell you. Look, that is how I work.
My friend, look, let me tell you something. Me, I don't move go next level.
No, he may try to say that. That's how it works. How?
My 5% was a manager.
So I just look, I don't answer this man. So you won't carry for say that now, like South African people. Go to tell everybody now, say, Udo, now me give you work. Yes, okay, you don't talk now, yes. Now introduce me. Now only introduction me do. Now me carry my leg like this. They waka about, waka. So they talk all the talk. They come give me the job. I come get the collection, come give me the job. So wetin come be your own problem? Which one be 5% I'm not the rest of it?
Now give Caesar own to Caesar. Let me tell you. All this nonsense you're talking, you're not trying to tell me that my 5% have entered voice mail.
Okay, calm down. You are not the odd, my brother. It's okay. I don't hear you. No problem. I don't say when you come to money matter like this, your head the odd. No problem. I go give you. But you don't say this thing, I just get up. It be like beans where they don't. You never done finish. You never done finish. So if you don't done finish, I'll give you what you're supposed to get. I'm not so since you don't come tax collector. Nonsense. Meanwhile, you are supposed to be happy for me now that I don't get this job. I don't get a job on free credit or do the job for your pocket again. And I know they do book me down again.
I'm happy with you.
Thank you. That reminds me. Carry your money now. Go pay your money now before the money go finish.
Chief, you know what there? Oga don't settle everything.
Sorry, excuse me, man. Repeat it again.
Oga don't settle everything.
Excuse me, man. Look at it. Did you hear the first thing? That's it.
Oga don't settle everything.
Also, tell them that I also gave an additional 5,000 for the boys. Make them flash themselves.
Yes. Money is speaking.
Okay. anything that I will talk to you, he will take care of you.
No wahala.
Yeah, Modena, did you hear him? Give me what I want, he will pay.
Actually now, because I don't see me like that's you. I when I see the deal, must partake.
There is no problem. You see this work is a very good work. Oh. No problem at all. So I know say as I dey come now, I don't plan all of now. All of now, I don't plan now. Anything we want talk for this place. Oga Bala, my friend Chidi, Madam Seki, anything where una believe the street una go talk today. Now me. Before you go forget. I will sponsor all of you. You have been sponsoring me all the while. It's my time to sponsor you.
Wait, what is happening now? I mean, I'm just lost in the picture. I don't know what's going to happen. When I win lottery now, you will start. I don't understand. Give me my own food. I don't understand.
Better one.
Chidi, tell Bala, let him go.
Udo, you are right. Udo, you travel before.
Wait now. Chidi Bala, Udo is now consultant.
Consultant? For where? Consultant for where?
Madam Seki, I think the two of us, we don't go do inner caucus discussion, and I don't understand the thing where they do. Why you come to open my eyes for us?
Don't mind me, just pulling your legs.
You say no consultant, it's trader workers agent or whatever. So why you not putting this thing outside?
It's alright. But on a more serious note, Udo.
Let me answer this man first of all. What did you say? Whether I traveled? I traveled. Yes. I traveled to the land of poverty. I traveled very far to the land of property, and I understand what poverty is. I've worn the clothes. It's not a fine cloth at all. It's a disease. But you see, when I realized I was poor, I took a roundabout, and then I'm back now. So, as I did now, I don't feel go back there again. So let me tell you something. We're gonna chop anything for my head. Anything, I'm telling you.
I like this government.
Treat your family to a cereal that's made from the natural goodness of maize and soya protein and specially combined with Grain Smart, a smart combination of vitamins and iron, so that they have the right kind of energy to help them reach their full potential and turn the simple into amazing. Eat up and carry go, because nothing do you. Golden Morn, make every day amazing.
Nestle, good food, good life.
Wake up, nothing can hold us down. Get up, born to wear the crown.
Breakfast your day, every day.
Nestle, good food, good life.
You called me.
Please let me Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You know how long it took you to get this job. I hope you will concentrate on it and take it seriously. And you will report well. Report, do good report. Don't write fake report. Oh. Don't play with government work. Oh. Because if you play with government work, I don't know if you go to EFCC. If they catch you, now EFCC will send you.
Now, what do I get?
My own.
You have the floor. Tell her that one here.
See, I don't hear all of them. Yes, ma'am.
You don't say, you don't play everything now. Please, sir. Give me that.
When I make you not allow temptation catch you back.
No problem. Actually, not waiting and last for this. This is good too. No, let me start with this first. Thank you. Oga Udo. This is good.
say you should not allow himself to fall.
Udo, I will tell you again. Here I am happy for you, and Marco. You see this thing where you get, this job, I beg you, make you not allow temptation catch you back. You hear me? Because you know, say that money na raw cash like this. You go the same, you go the tough person. I be alive. So no allow temptation catch you back, Udo.
Udo, you know now, sis, you don't come clear your bill. You know where home is, sis. No more good speaker. But now, nobody will go. Nobody will go.
Yeah, you don't know the kind of special appreciation I have for you. See, you are here in my heart. Let me tell you something. When I was nothing, you stood by me. Are you getting what I'm saying? How can I do such a thing? With all these good people that I have around me, I can't do such a thing. I have tasted poverty before. It's a bad something. I cannot go back to it. I will handle this job. I will hold it very, very tight. I'm telling you.
And on this note, say congratulations. Jubilation. Celebration.
You too, all of you, eat something.
The Nigeria Agricultural Quarantine Service, NAQS, is the National Agricultural Quarantine Authority of the Federation. NAQS is mandated to regulate and promote sanitary and phytosanitary measures in connection with the import and export of agricultural products. The agency prevents the introduction, establishment, and spread of pests of plants, animals, fisheries, as well as zoonotic diseases. NAQS works to minimize potential risk to the agricultural economy, food safety, and environment. NAQS also facilitates international trade in the Nigerian agricultural products. It inspects and certifies agricultural commodities intended for export to ensure that they meet export criteria. The agency is authorized to collect user fees as token for the inspection and certification of agricultural products. NAQS offices are stationed at airports, seaports, land borders, and certain designated and gazetted quarantine control posts. For more information, please visit any NAQS office nearest to you or www.naqs.gov.ng. NAQS, safeguarding the Nigerian agricultural economy.
Clay pot system.
100 years ago, but today, human traffickers are selling human beings as slaves in Africa. It is your responsibility to make sure that you and the people you know do not fall into slavery. Don't believe fake promises of jobs abroad.
People went to say Libya, Italy no use you when they carry me on top water. 4 days now they lock me for inside house, no food, no water. I nearly die. Now God, when me heaven and earth, now save me. If you get 1 naira for Nigeria, you get junior one, you say you no get papa, you no get mama, now make you come out. abeg go dey do farm work. E better pass person wey enter road.
Don't accept to travel to Europe through the Sahara Desert. You may be walking into slavery. Don't be a slave.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
Information is power. Everyone wants power. So feel powerful with it.
Hello Nigeria, welcome to Newsline. I'm Becky Maduchemu. The countdown is 3 days to Christmas. It's already in the air and everyone is excited. People are shopping, attending the various shows in town, hosting and honoring invitations. The last moments of 2019 are totally fun-filled, and we are here to add color to the vibrant season with apt reports that will keep you glued to your screen. How do they say it again? Party after party, right? So much festivities to savor. The celebration train is long and entertaining. There is also remarkable charity going on this period. People are sharing in cash and kind to loved ones and the needy. There's not a dull moment in our Christmas edition, so sit back and enjoy the agenda after the news by Elizabeth Omori. Merry Christmas, Liz.
Merry Christmas, Becky. It's nice to see you and welcome to the news segment of Newsline. The federal government has rejected the U.S. designation of Nigeria as a country that engages in or tolerates severe violation of religious freedom. Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, pointed out that the religious tag stems from an orchestrated narrative that has long been discredited.
Lai Mohammed maintained that the good people of Nigeria enjoy unfettered freedom to practice their religion and therefore blamed failed politicians and disgruntled elements, some of them supposedly respected leaders, for latching on the religion as their trump card, especially in the run-up to the last general elections to oust the Buhari administration. The statement described as unfortunate that the United States fell for the antics of the discontented and unpatriotic few who will not hesitate to hang Nigeria out to dry on the altar of their inordinate ambition and their sheer animosity towards the present administration under President Muhammadu Buhari. The minister maintained that the Nigerian government is acutely aware of how the political opposition, in particular, had spared no resources in deriving political capital from the various security challenges in the country through deliberate effort to give religious coloration to the farmers, herders clashes, and the Boko Haram insurgency in particular. These acts have undoubtedly helped to mislead the U.S. into concluding that the government is doing little or nothing to guarantee religious freedom in the country. However, Lai Mohammed stressed that the farmers-herders clashes have nothing to do with religion, but everything to do with environmental and socio-economic realities. And so the religious tag given to the clashes has no basis, but a very convenient platform for those who will very easily give a dog a bad name just to hang it. For Boko Haram terrorists, the statement stressed that the group is an extreme fanatic one who do not subscribe to the tenets of any religion, in spite of their pretense to Islamic adherence. Mohammed said the good news is that the government has succeeded in curbing the farmers-herders clashes through the implementation of proactive and multidimensional strategy, which is yielding remarkable results, just as it has largely defeated the Boko Haram insurgency. On the El Zakzaky issue, which was referred to in the report by the U.S. government, the Information and Culture Minister described it as a purely criminal matter, which is being handled by a court of competent jurisdiction. While calling for better understanding of the Nigerian situation, the minister said while the Nigerian government welcomes constructive criticism from any quarter, it rejects any attempt to sow the seed of mistrust among the various religious groups in the country.
And in other news, the Buhari Media Organization has described the arrest of former Attorney General and Minister of Justice Mohammed Adoke as saying by operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) on arrival from Dubai as an indication that there's no hiding place for politically exposed persons who have questions to answer on their activities while in office. In a statement, the group noted that Adoke's arrest by the EFCC would help shed light on issues surrounding the controversial granting of the Oil Prospecting License OPL 245 to Shell and Eni during the Goodluck Jonathan administrative years. Now to migration matters. The federal government says all returning migrants across the country will always be given proper reintegration for self-reliance. To this end, Libya returnees from Delta State have been provided with starter packs by the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons after undergoing skills acquisition training in Asaba, Delta State. Austin Edemodu reports.
Cross-section of Libya returnees taking turns to receive their certificates and starter packs after undergoing weeks of training in hairdressing and barbing. Some of the returnees, including Favor Jean, a mother of one, see the gesture as a great relief after a terrifying experience as a migrant in Libya.
When I was in Libya, I regretted of going there because while the job there was a very terrible one. I must congratulate the president, the governors, and all the commissioners, the task force, and the migrants itself for what they have done.
In the verve of me trying to cross to Europe through the Mediterranean Sea, so we are deported back. Today, they are trying to empower us with starter packs to start off our career again.
The Federal Commissioner, National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons, Bashiru Mohammed, represented by Migration Officer Chinenye Wabugu, says there will be constant monitoring and evaluation of the program. Over 70 returnees from Libya of Delta State origin benefited from the readmission and reintegration exercise, which is ongoing across the 36 states of the Federation. I'm Austin Edemodu, NTA News.
Meanwhile, the two Nigerians mistakenly sent to Bosnia refugee camp by the Croatia police are back home in the country with stories not so palatable on how they were treated. Here's Oyeyemi Ajayi to tell us more on how it all happened.
They drove again for about 4 hours and then
in the night
stopped, brought everybody down and told us to sign the paper and that was written in their language without translation.
The story of Abia Uchenna and Abo Kenneth Chinedu is not the case of youth seeking greener pastures outside the country, but what can be described as victims of circumstance. They are computer science students who went to Croatia for a world inter-university competition where they lost at the second round. They decided to do some sightseeing before they leave the country, as their visas were still valid, when unfortunately they were apprehended by the country's police, who insisted they were migrants from Bosnia, where they were eventually transferred to and kept in a refugee camp.
They said you came from Bosnia. I said, where is Bosnia? We are citizens of Nigeria. We came for a competition.
We have never been in Bosnia.
Did you show them your passport? The passports were in our hostel.
It took the intervention of the Nigerian government through the Nigerian High Commissioner to Budapest and the chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission for them to be released and returned to Nigeria.
We have to call the people in charge and tell them our stories.
Their ordeal, however, is considered a lesson to many, especially the youth who see other countries as safe haven for a promising future, as against building Nigeria to the level they desire.
That no matter what the challenges are in Nigeria, home is home. Home is where you are a first-class citizen.
Abia Uchenna and Abo Kenneth Chinedu are just fortunate to have made it back to the country safely, but many are believed to still be out there in several countries with similar experiences, begging for their stories to be heard. In Abuja, Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Let's now shift our attention to social and humanitarian services. The federal government is reviewing its strategies towards ensuring the sustenance of the gains achieved so far in the National Social Investment Program, which the government identifies as having lifted close to 5 million Nigerians out of poverty. This is the reason for a one-day interaction between the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development with the state focal persons of the program. Olabode Arewa tells us more.
That is Sarah Audu, one of the produce traders enjoying increased sales as a result of the federal government's National Social Investment Program, established in 2016 to reduce poverty and to ensure equitable distribution of resources to the vulnerable segments of the population. It has 4 pillars: the homegrown school feeding program, the conditional cash transfer program, the Empower scheme, and the Government Enterprise and Empowerment Program, GEEP. This meeting in Abuja is looking at ways of improving the program's effectiveness.
These aforementioned programs are some of Mr. President's strategy to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty. The present administration from the onset made investments in our people, which is one of the key goals of the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan.
Many countries do not believe that Nigeria will have that capacity to feed 10 million. But looking at the population and the commitment of the federal government, this is a reality, and we must commend the federal government for putting that also through.
A key takeaway from the meeting is the need to improve communication channels between the states and federal officials on progress made so far in the National Social Investment Program. In Abuja, Olabode Arewa, NTA News.
And out to business, the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, has reviewed downward most charges and fees for banking services in a new guide to charges by banks, other financial and non-bank financial institutions with effect from January 1, 2020, and calls on members of the public to acquaint themselves with the new rules. Director Corporate Communications to the Apex Bank, Isaac Okorafo, explained some of the major highlights of the new guide released, to include removal of card maintenance fee of all cards linked to current accounts, a maximum of 1 naira per 1,000 naira for customer-induced debit transactions to third parties, and transfers or lodgements to the customer's account in other banks on current accounts only. Other prominent features include reduction in the amount payable for cash withdrawals from other banks, automated teller machines from 65 naira to 35 naira after the third withdrawal within 1 month, an advance payment guarantee, which is now pegged at maximum of 1% in the first year and 0.5% for subsequent years on contingent liabilities. The new guide stipulates a one-off charge of 1,000 naira to the issuance of cards, irrespective of type, and no charge shall be required for prepaid card loading or unloading. Unstructured supplementary service data, USSD charges purchased with cashback will attract a charge of 100 naira per 20,000 naira, subject to cumulative 60,000 naira daily withdrawal, while maintenance fee on cards linked to savings account has been reduced to a minimum of 50 naira per quarter. Account maintenance fee will henceforth not be applicable to savings account, and the guide stipulates a penalty of 2 million naira per infraction, or as may be determined by the CBN from time to time for financial institutions that breach any provision of the guide. Now to border matters. To ensure and enforce total compliance on the ban on importation of rice by the federal government, the Nigeria Customs Service raids Mubi Market in Adamawa State and seized 100 bags of smuggled rice and arrested 3 people suspected to be involved in smuggling activities. Yusuf Jika reports.
It is without doubt that President Muhammadu Buhari banned the importation of foreign rice to encourage local rice production and take the pride in driving the economic and food security of the nation. Despite the ban, Mubi, a commercial nerve center of Adamawa State, still witnessed influx of smuggled rice in view of its proximity to neighboring Cameroon Republic. This, however, prompted the combined efforts of Nigerian Customs Service and police force to raid the market and made a seizure of smuggled rice, and as well made arrest of 3 persons alleged to have been involved in the prohibited act.
and we'll continue to do that so that this will serve as a clear warning to smugglers.
Residents of Mubi bear their minds on the operation carried out by Nigerian officers of the Nigerian Customs Service.
That policy is good. So if we continue importing rice from other countries, automatically we are dying.
Though it's understandable that the government has banned the importation of rice, but why is the custom coming into the market? What General Muhammadu Buhari is doing, he's doing
to more than 4.
But currently housing more than 900 inmates, out of which more than 800 are those awaiting trial.
The significant thing about especially 2 of them that were released is that 2 of them, they have spent 13 years each.
Some of the inmates have been reassigned to other courts by the committee, while those who have no return day have given a date to return for the continuation of their cases to ensure speedy trial.
Nigerians have been advised to embrace the spirit of oneness and national cohesion to ensure peace in the nation. This was at a lecture delivered in Lagos during the Silver Jubilee celebration of Sarkin Fulani of Lagos, His Royal Highness Mohammed Abubakar Bambado II. Our Yusuf Jibo gives us an insight into the colorful event.
Community in Lagos and beyond came out in large numbers to celebrate the Silver Jubilee of His Royal Highness Sarkin Fulani in Lagos Mohammed Abubakar Bambado II. For the Fulanis and other well-wishers, there is indeed cause for celebration. This is because the 25 years reign of the royal father has fostered a more cordial relationship between the Fulanis and their host community, Lagos.
The journey into the future must certainly demands our collective determination to make a difference.
If it's been done in South, organized by Northerners, and also the Northerners in their base, celebrating with Igbos, Yoruba, and other tribes, it will also go further to strengthen our unity.
Speaking on the topic Pathways to Peaceful Coexistence and National Cohesion, policy analyst Usman Bugaji emphasized the importance of unity, which he says is key to national development.
By 2050, we will be well over 400 million. Moving to 500 million, and that will make us the 3rd largest country in the world after India and China.
The event also attracted distinguished personalities from the public and private sectors who all showered accolades on the Sarkin Fulani for his amiable personality and outstanding leadership qualities.
He has been able to build bridges across every ethnic group in Lagos State.
There are people who come from outside of Lagos, they need leadership. So that responsibility is there to make sure people are properly guided.
A Durbar was later held in honor of the celebrant. In Lagos, Awal Yusuf Jibo, NTA News.
Thank you, Awal. Barely 2 months after FAC got its Santana in Benin, another major market, Ecusa, has gone up in flames in the metropolis. Uduak Obong Achibong reports that the cause of the fire, which also affected a government facility, is yet to be ascertained.
Affected traders were seen scrambling to get themselves and their goods out of harm's way. Those who had already salvaged their goods were anxious to move them to safer grounds.
I just come market, I come buy something. After I buy the things finished now, I don't move front. Now here one woman, they shout fire, fire, fire. No fighter now.
The situation became quite difficult and foul when traders were seen chasing off men of the fire service. The aggrieved people felt the fire service arrived so late that the fire had extended to an adjoining government property.
Break started some minutes past 11. When they placed phone call across to the fire brigade, they said no water. Now it has come to the state government property. They are ready to bring out the fire brigade.
Men of the Nigerian police force were on hand to control traffic even as the fire spread. In Benin, Udrakobong Achibong, NTA News.
Next is Sports Update with Kene Imagudike.
Akwa United claimed the only away victory of match day 10 of Nigerian Professional Football League after defeating fellow Uyo-based club Akwa Starlight by a lone goal on Sunday. MFM beat the visiting Adamawa United 2-0 in Lagos. Rivers United claimed a 2-1 victory over Sunshine Stars in Port Harcourt, while Rangers lost by a lone goal to Kwara United in Ilori. In table tennis, 2017 winner and 24 lost in the third-place match to Adebola Brusquely Sunday of NTA International 2-1 in a best-of-3 game.
Coming back again to take back the trophy again, which I won in its maiden edition, I think I feel more excited even than the first one I won.
What I look up to for the next edition is a better representation from our station.
We can have the support of the management and other key players outside to give us a board, to give us a hall where we can train.
All 3 trophies for the tournament were donated by the Chief Whip of the House of Representatives, Mohamed Mongono. And in basketball, Nigeria's D Tigers will face Mali and Rwanda in Group D of the FIBA Men's AfroBasket 2021 qualifiers following the draws conducted in Kigali, Rwanda. Tunisia, Central African Republic and Democratic Republic of Congo are in Group A, with Senegal, Angola and Mozambique in Group B. Cameroon are pitched against Cote d'Ivoire and Guinea in Group C, while Morocco, Egypt and Uganda are drawn in Group E. In each group, the teams will play 2 tournaments that will take place in 3 international windows. All the 5 groups will then play in the final phase from February 15 to 23, 2021, with the top 3 teams from each group over the 2 legs qualifying automatically to the FIBA AfroBasket 2021 to be held in Rwanda. With Sports Update, Kenan Ima Aborike, NTA News.
Congratulations to Team NTA. President Muhammadu Buhari has condoled with the government and people of Jigawa State over the death of Alhaji Baba Santali, the Sarkin Yakub Kazari Emirate. In a statement issued by the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Publicity, the President says his death at this time marks an end to an illustrious political career and dedicated service to the people of the Emirate, the state and the nation. His contributions to the emergence of this administration have been taken note of and will not be forgotten. He prayed that the soul of Sarkin Yaki rest in peace. The death has also been announced of Jopa Peter Odipo, patriarch of the Odipo family of Ogbe Odapo Oyowa quarters, Okwe Mege Ila in Oshimini North local government area of Delta State. Jopa Peter Odipo passed away on the 23rd of October after a brief illness. He was aged 81. Funeral ceremonies for the deceased have commenced, with the final interment scheduled to hold on the 24th of December at his residence in Okumege, Ila, Delta State. A service of songs and wakip will be held prior to the funeral service, while traditional rites will commence from the 25th of December. Jopa Peter Odipo is survived by his children, amongst whom is Nnamdi Odipo, Managing News and Current Affairs, NT Headquarters, Abuja. Now let's take a quick look at the weather picture for tomorrow, Monday. And that ends the news segment of Newsline. Thank you so much for watching. Becky will be back with stories